Warren Buffett just poured another $7.6 billion into his all-time favorite business. Here are 3 other companies doing something similar. When Warren Buffett's holding company Berkshire Hathaway spends billions of dollars on an investment, it usually makes headlines. But there wasn't too much hype surrounding Berkshire's $7.6 billion purchase in Q3, and for a good reason. The company was buying back its own shares. Buybacks are a common way for companies to return capital to shareholders. This isn't the first time Buffett has repurchased stock this year. In the first quarter, Berkshire repurchased $6.6 billion in stock, followed by another $6 billion in the second quarter. Berkshire isn't the only one with this problem. Here are 3 more corporations that are returning billions of dollars to shareholders through stock buybacks, one of which might be worth buying with some of your spare pennies. 1. Meta Platforms, FB. Facebook rebranded to Meta on October 28 to reflect its vision to help bring the metaverse to life. The company has many endeavors beyond social media, including virtual and augmented reality headsets and smart glasses. That said, Facebook remains the largest business at Meta. The app's monthly active users grew 6% year-over-year to 2.91 billion as of September 30. Factoring in Meta's other platforms, namely Instagram, Messenger and WhatsApp, the number of active users on at least one product totaled 3.58 billion. Meta's financials have grown faster than its user base. In Q3, revenue increased 35% from a year age to $29 billion, while diluted earnings per share rose 19% to $3.22. The company has returned a lot of cash to investors, and will continue to do so. Meta bought back $14.4 billion of its own stock in Q3 and increased its share repurchase authorization by $50 billion. After a 23% climb this year, FB shares trade at a pricey $331 apiece. If that's too steep, you can use a popular investing app to buy fractions of shares with as much money as you are willing to spend. 2. Bank of America. While many businesses are concerned about rising borrowing rates, banks are ecstatic. So it's no wonder that well-capitalized banks aren't hesitant about returning cash to shareholders in today's market. Take, for example, financial behemoth Bank of America, which bought back $9.9 billion in common shares in the third quarter. Bank of America also pays out cash dividends to its shareholders on a quarterly basis. The corporation increased its quarterly dividend by 17% to 21 cents per share in June. 3. Apple, AAPL. In today's market, no discussion of buybacks would be complete without discussing tech behemoth Apple. The rationale is simple: Apple has spent more on stock buybacks than any other corporation on the stock market in the United States. Apple repurchased roughly $20 billion worth of stock in the fourth quarter of its fiscal year. The business bought back $85.5 billion in stock in 2021. It's simple to understand why. Apple is one of the world's most valuable firms, with a market capitalization of nearly $2.4 trillion. It also has a sizable cash reserve, $191.8 billion at the last count. According to CFO Luca Maestri, the company is making progress toward its goal of achieving a net cash neutral position over time. As a result, more buybacks are very certainly on the way. Since the beginning of 2020, Apple's stock price has doubled, indicating that the company is on the rise. If you're on the fence about investing at higher levels, some apps may give you a free Apple share simply for signing up.